What's up, y'all? We're back with another video. But this time we're inside because I felt like making one inside, but I want to make a video in my new car because I got a new car. But I'm gonna wait on that for now. I'll probably just make like a regular ASMR video where it's like tapping and noises and stuff in the car, you know, like a mini tour, ASMR tour. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. If you aren't, I'm sorry. If times are rough for you, or maybe you just don't feel well, you know, I'm sorry. I have compassion for people that don't feel the best that they can in the moment that they're in. But anyways, I wanted to make a video about how to, well, not how to, but just relationships and forming healthy relationships, and maintaining those healthy relationships. So, there's a lot of people on this planet, around 8 billion people on this planet, and a lot of times we will meet some of these 8 billion people and we will want to get to know them or want to maintain a relationship with them, a connection. And among the 8 billion people, there's a lot of people that are inauthentic to their true self. They're not authentic, as in they're wearing a mask. They're fake. And what I mean by that is, an example would be, you know, if you have a friend that is kind to you, or maybe not kind to you. Okay, first example, they're kind to you, with you, in your presence, but then when they're behind your back, they're talking about you in a negative way. They're gossiping. Another example would be someone that is nice sometimes, but they backstab you at times because they don't respect you enough. They don't have that respect for you. A lot of people are inauthentic and fake, but if you stay true to yourself and you remain authentic, you will start to attract that of what you are, and you are authentic, and you are true to yourself. So stick to it. And then people like you that are authentic and true to their self, and, you know, fueled from love and light, you know, whoever it is you are, you will start to attract that of what you are, and start attracting the people that you want to actually have a healthy connection and relationship with, and maintain that relationship and connection that you're in with them. So enough about the fake and authentic people. And I would like to make another video about that topic alone, just because that topic is a topic in itself. Usually I do that just here, I start talking about a topic, but then there's a topic within the topic that's a topic of itself. So, plenty of videos coming. But, with relationships need to be mutual. They need to be neutral. And sometimes, actually, in a lot of people have more of a codependent relationship. They're not really independent within themselves, so they stick and attach to external sources of validation, love, whatever, through people. That's not a healthy relationship. Codependency is not a healthy relationship. So if you have a problem with codependency, you need to work on that. You need to become independent within yourself so that you can attract independent people, so that you can co-create the connection and maintain a healthy connection. Because codependency is not healthy for you or the other person. That's facts. But besides the codependency stuff, a connection is always built upon love. It doesn't matter what type of love. It could be a platonic form of love. It could be a romantic form of love. But at the end of the day, it's still formed and created from love, because it's two people coming together in this physical realm. Two beings coming together in this physical realm to interact with each other and share moments with each other within the present moment, as they share the love that they have for each other and a love that is felt within the connection. And like I said, love can come in many forms: platonic, romantic, stuff like that. Those are the only two I'm going to list off, because I don't even know if I'm sure there's other forms of love, like ways you show love and this and that, but this isn't about love. This is about relationships, even though relationships and connections are tied with love. So you need to build the relationship with love and create a connection that is stable. But you have to have the main factors of a stable relationship and connection to maintain and create that stable relationship that you want. You need love, respect, kindness, and most importantly, boundaries. So love, we've already discussed love. Love comes in many forms. But the respect part, respect needs to be in a relationship / connection, because if it isn't, you guys are just going to keep battling each other with going beyond what's the word? Oh, here we go. Going beyond boundaries will bring you into negative parts of the relationship, and I mean fighting and arguing and stuff that doesn't need to be needed. And what I mean by that is, when every relationship and connection will have arguing and fights sometimes, but they need to be respectful. You can't just argue and fight someone based off of impulses. You can't go based off of what you first think or what you first feel or what you first want to do. An example would be arguing with someone and fighting with someone and then just, verbally, and then just immediately going to violence, physical violence. That doesn't help anyone. But an example of going, respect and boundaries have sort of a tie-in together, because to be respectful, you are following someone's boundaries. What I mean by that is, if, say, you're arguing and someone brings up something personal, even though they shouldn't, it's not in their right to say what they said that's personal about you, whether it be about something traumatic that happened to you or something that just hurt you, something that you didn't want to be brought up in the argument, something that you keep to yourself for a reason. But they took advantage of that and they brung up that personal thing just to get under your nerves, just to one-up you in that argument. That's not respectful. that is going against your boundaries. So it's all about respect, all about love. Kindness is the next thing. You have to be kind within a relationship. What it means to be kind is to show someone with love and gentleness, no matter what. No matter what, no matter who they are, no matter where they are, no matter what they are. Okay? So you will treat that person with compassion and kindness and respect and gentleness and love. Just because you want to treat them that way. Because why would you treat anybody else differently from how you treat yourself? If you hate yourself, you're going to treat other people how you treat yourself mentally and spiritually and also physically. But if you love yourself and you have a relationship within yourself, you're independent within yourself, you're healthy, you will healthily exude and express what is internal within you to that person. And that is love, kindness, gentleness, compassion, patience. And sometimes if there's arguing and stuff like that, I will still treat someone with kindness. I feel as if you should still treat someone with kindness even if they're attacking you, because at that point you're being the bigger person by being nice to them even though they're being mean. You're showing them compassion and love and kindness even though they're expressing that negativity from within them towards you. It's power doing that. It's power to choose weakness over wickedness. But usually arguments and fights come from the lack of noise within the relationship, and a lot of people always want a relationship and connection to be something that's going to keep them not bored, something that's going to keep their mind going, like with conversations and such. But silence is power. Silence keeps the peace. That's why most of the times when arguments and fights start, it's because there was unnecessary silence that was filled with not needed verbal or talking. It just, sometimes talking isn't needed, sometimes conversation isn't needed, sometimes noise isn't needed within the relationship. Though you need to have honest communication with the person, however the relationship is, whatever type of connection it is. Because if you're not honest about your thoughts and feelings and opinions, you won't be heard within that relationship. So you have to be honest and be brave to say what you feel, express what you feel and what you think within the relationship and connection. Boundaries. Boundaries are important. For me, I enjoy my freedom very dearly. My independence has created this freedom that I feel in all moments. And with that, I create boundaries from people, as in, if I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. If I don't want to do something, I won't want to do something. If I need space from them, I'll take space from them. And sometimes boundaries is restricting how much of your presence and time you give to someone because of how they treat you. Because like I said, silence is power. It's only healthy to be in silence when another is in torment and trying to figure out themselves. And when people are trying to figure out themselves, usually they're confused. They're trying to figure out what's going on within them. So they express that confusion and negativity from within them outside to you. But if someone is negative towards you, but you want to help them and some way. If that's being in their life or giving them advice or something, but usually it's just being in their life that's helping them. You need to restrict your presence from them. You have to not overgive yourself to them based on how people treat you. And you need to everyone's different. You need to analyze everyone. If someone is acting a certain way and you need to pull back, you need to pull back. And if they ask why you're pulling back, you have to tell them why you're pulling back. It's because they're not on their 10. They're not being the best they can. They're being the best they can in that moment, but they're not being the best that they can towards you, because there's always a time where you can be better, as in you can express yourself better to someone, even if it means that you have to try to. But yeah, with maintaining those connections and relationships, you just have to be patient and remain expressing and using those, things that I listed off, like the love, the kindness, the respect, the boundaries, the honesty. I didn't mention honesty, but honesty and communication go hand in hand. You have to be honest with everything and everyone. I mean, sometimes people gotta save themselves by lying. I guess that's okay, everybody's human. We all we all make mistakes, and that's okay. We're perfectly imperfect the way we are, as we are. But also sometimes you might have to cut people off because of how unhealthy they are. Some people aren't meant for you now. Some people need to work on themselves before they can actually have a relationship and connection with you. Because if they're in an unhealthy space and unhealthy energy within themselves, they're going to express that unhealthy space and unhealthy energy that they have within them to you, which is also going to mess with you. It's going to affect your peace. It's going to affect your freedom. It's going to affect how you feel. Not necessarily how you feel, because if you're detached, you won't be affected, but you could just tell when someone is off in their presence, when someone is unhealthy, unstable within themselves, and you can't surround yourself with energies and people like that. It doesn't benefit you at all. At that point, it's parasitic. They're just taking your presence and energy to feel better, while you're left empty-handed with nothing. A relationship goes both ways. You fill their cup. Well, actually, scrap that. You fill their cup. This is what you do. You fill your own cup until it's leaking out, okay? And then you can start filling, or not necessarily filling, but sharing your water with them, because you have an abundance of water within yourself. But if they have no water to give or to share, why surround yourself with them? I guess you can always, with your abundance of water, share with them so that they can get better and start to cultivate and create their own water within them to the point where they can share because it's overflowing. But it always starts, healthy relationships always starts with how the person, how independent they are, and their relationship with themselves, and also the other person with how independent they are and their relationship with themselves, how healthy it is. Sorry for the truck. But yeah, fill your cup till it overflows, and then you can share with the world. Anyways, this is gonna be the end of the video. I love you. Stay present. Stay safe.